Hello, and welcome to Chapter 15, comma, Testing Making Learning Visible by Brittany and not Noah, just Brittany. Full credit to her here. Uh, Here's some photos of tests in case you're stupid. Our first subject is validity versus reliability, because apparently they cannot coexist. First, validity. Validity is something is intended to measure and whether it is accurate within that. And that's all I really have to say there. I think that explains it pretty well. Obviously, a valid test will measure what it is intended to measure. For example, a scale or a tape measure will measure stuff, right? Next is reliability. The extent that something produces a consistent, reproducible use. But I guess you can use something twice. A truly reliable test will have scores that are stable, dependable, relatively free of errors. For example, the scale giving you the most accurate number for weight. And just in case you didn't get that, I'm going to say it all again. Reliability is the extent that something produces a consistent, reproducible use. A truly reliable test will have scores that are stable, dependable, relatively free of errors. Example, the scale giving you the most accurate number for weight. I hope repeating that really helped out. Our next section is fairness within standardized tests. However, we will not talk about standardized tests at all. We're just going to talk about fairness. Fair tests will give students the best chance to show what they have learned and display an improved performance, also known as achievement, if you read any of the chapters in the book. Fair tests will yield good validity and reliability. Obviously. Unfair tests will have students struggle for some reason, and this can reflect back onto the teacher for some reason. Unfair tests will yield bad validity and bad reliability, obviously, because it's the opposite, right? Next is bias within standardized tests. However, we will ignore the standardized test part again, just for some reason. Unbiased tests will never be influenced by gender, ethical backgrounds, or financial backgrounds of students. Although by ethical backgrounds, I believe we mean cultural, not ethical as if the kid has murdered somebody or not. Bias tests will be influenced by gender, ethical backgrounds, and even the opinions of ill teachers. So if your teacher's sick, she might grade it bad. But if healthy, unbiased test, no problem. Here's a couple videos. They give great analogies. That's a good part of that one. And finally, our discussion questions. Number 1. If a test is said to be valid and reliable, what could that mean? Well, we obviously know what that means because I just spent the last 2 minutes explaining it. So, stupid question. Explain some different types of reliability and validity, something we never even mentioned in the slideshow. But just explain some different types out of nowhere. Question 2. How would you best use your students' results to better understand possible difficulties on subjects or your lessons? Results being any test, not just standardized tests, of course. Have no idea what to answer that with, but do your best. Please participate in the test that is linked in a discussion, and include your test score, and then describe something that interested you from this chapter that we did not cover. And that's not optional, you have to. Required. Also, we understand that some of us do not support or enjoy standardized tests, but please refrain from bashing them within your discussion, because we said so. Thank you very much.